Ukraine has delivered its most alarming message yet to NATO and the world: time is running out. With Russia escalating its attacks and Ukraine's defensive lines strained, Kyiv's leadership is warning that unless the West responds quickly with stronger commitments, advanced weapons, and a united strategy, the consequences could reshape Europe's security forever. This dire warning is not just about Ukraine's survival, it is about NATO's credibility, the balance of global power, and the fragile future of international order. Hello everyone, welcome back to the World Conflict Monitor channel. Please make sure to subscribe, stay with us until the end of this video, and join the discussion about one of the most urgent turning points in modern history. The summary of the story is simple but grave. Ukraine is urging NATO that the war has reached a dangerous tipping point. Russia's military has adapted, intensified, and reinforced its capabilities. Ukraine is running low on ammunition, air defense, and trained manpower. Without immediate and decisive action from NATO, Ukraine fears that the window for victory, or even survival, will close. This is a wake-up call not only for Ukraine's allies but for every nation relying on the strength of NATO's promises. From the exterior view, the situation appears like a battlefield stretching across hundreds of kilometers, scarred by artillery, drones, and trenches. Cities like Kharkiv and Sumy face relentless shelling. Infrastructure, power grids, bridges, supply depots, are hammered daily. From outside, NATO governments are debating aid packages, calculating political costs, and balancing public opinion fatigue with strategic necessity. The exterior picture is one of urgency, tension, and hesitation colliding at the same time. Inside Ukraine, the interior story is different but equally dire. Soldiers at the front describe shortages of basic ammunition and armored vehicles. Commanders warn that without sustained deliveries of long-range missiles and advanced aircraft, they cannot hold the line indefinitely. Civilians endure blackouts, rising casualties, and the fear that NATO's promises may come too little, too late. The mood inside Ukraine is a mixture of resilience and frustration. They are holding on, but the cracks are showing. When we talk about performance, Ukraine has exceeded expectations since the first day of Russia's invasion. A military once considered weak and fragmented has proven remarkably adaptive. Ukrainian forces integrated Western technology, HIMARS, Patriots, Leopard tanks, and soon F-16s, into their operations with speed and efficiency. They have disrupted Russian logistics, pushed back offensives, and reclaimed territory against overwhelming odds. But performance is not just about courage, it is about sustainability. Ukraine's performance is now being tested under the harshest conditions, as supply chains slow, Western unity wavers, and Russia doubles down with mass mobilization. Safety features in this context reflect NATO's role. NATO's deterrence and defense systems are supposed to shield Europe from instability. But the cracks in these safety features are showing. Delays in delivering weapons, political disputes within NATO members, and fear of escalation have weakened the overall shield. Ukraine argues that NATO's hesitation is not just dangerous for them, it could invite further aggression against Eastern Europe, the Baltics, and even beyond. The safety net is fraying, and Ukraine is warning that without urgent repair, the consequences could be catastrophic. Unique selling points in this geopolitical struggle revolve around Ukraine's value to NATO and the West. Ukraine has shown that it is not just a victim but an active defender of the European order. Its military innovations, like the use of drones, cyber operations, and asymmetric tactics, have given NATO valuable lessons for future warfare. Ukraine has become a testing ground for Western weaponry, proving their effectiveness against a peer adversary. Its unique selling point is clear: Ukraine is fighting not only for itself but for the entire Western alliance. Every day it holds the line is another day NATO avoids direct confrontation with Russia. When we look at the price, it is measured in more than money. The financial cost is already staggering: billions in military aid, humanitarian support, and reconstruction planning. But the human price is higher. Tens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers killed or wounded, civilians displaced, children growing up under the sound of air raid sirens. The political price is also real. Governments across NATO are facing pressure from opposition groups who question the endless flow of aid. Ukraine's warning makes it clear, the price of inaction could be far greater. If Russia succeeds, NATO may face a much larger, bloodier, and more expensive war in the near future. In conclusion, Ukraine's dire warning to NATO is not a cry of despair but a call to action. Time is almost gone, but there is still a chance to change the course of history. Ukraine is telling the alliance, act now, deliver faster, stand firm, and prove that NATO's promises mean something. The world is watching to see whether NATO will rise to the challenge or hesitate until it is too late. For Ukraine, this is about survival. For NATO, this is about credibility. For the rest of us, this is about the future of peace and security in the modern world. So as we analyze the warning, we must understand that Ukraine has already paid a huge price to defend values that many take for granted. The decision lies with NATO. Will it act decisively, or let time slip away?